I'm Andrew Campbell, president of Eastern Millwork. We are an architectural millwork contractor based in Jersey City. We supply the custom-made woodwork that goes into commercial buildings. We fill the 6,400 spec section of the construction sequence. We make everything that's custom, architectural wood, glass, metal, in any kind of a commercial building, hospital, performing arts center, office space. We developed the apprenticeship program with Hudson County to supply our needs for human capital. We need to build a pipeline of workers that are specifically trained in the skills that we need. We happen to be a technology company that happens to be in wood. That's what we are. And so that's the face of manufacturing, often misunderstood today. And the nuance to that skill set is intense. And so it requires both us and the academic institution to partner together. What we find is recruits right out of a typical 4-year, 5-year mechanical engineering degree are really not ready to work for us, and there's still a tremendous amount of time of training. This really resets the ideology of costs and creates a more efficient way, a more capital effective way to build the employees we need. With this system, we're paying for the school and we're making sure that the time that they spend there is hyper efficient. We also have them embedded with us, and when they work with us, they're learning the very specific skills that we need for them to do every day. So it's been a long endeavor, and I think the big piece was finding partners in education that were interested in being flexible and interested in a new way of delivering education, one that's more productive for everybody involved. And I think that sort of makes people think out of the box, puts people in places where they're uncomfortable, but really required to deliver the education that we need for our workforce. So in Hudson County, we found that partner, and we were able to really get the ball moving much quicker once we engaged with them. I think it's also important to understand that we're paying all of this. There is no grant money involved. We're paying all the educational part, we're paying the students, we're paying all the trainers, and we did that with specific reason. This is a business transaction, and we want everybody to understand it's the Darwinism of business is at play here, and everybody needs to contribute as a business entity. We've looked at this from different angles from the capital perspective, and it is an expensive venture, but we feel that the outcomes from that expense will be, in the end, cheaper than the traditional means of recruiting people. So we basically just taken raw recruits out of high school with base understanding of interest in technology, interest in making things, and the ability to think mechanically, having the ability to understand an assembly within your head. That's the raw understanding that we need, and we're going to train them up from there. This apprenticeship program is not probably as you anticipate for a traditional apprenticeship program. It is very much embedded in an academic setting. Apprentices that we hire out of high school will initially go to our local advanced high school for about a month's worth of cabinet making. That gives them the understanding of the base DNA of cabinet making, the tactile, to understand the material better. They'll also be at Hudson County taking a college readiness class at the same time during the summer. It also gives them sort of that college life, that sort of socialization piece of going to college that they wouldn't get if they were just strictly an employee. We have also partnered with Pittsburgh State University in Kansas. They deliver a specific woodwork engineering curriculum. Hudson and Pittsburgh overlap to make the education efficient. The actual outcomes for degrees from these students will be associates in advanced manufacturing from Hudson County after 4 years, but in 5 years, they're going to be able to have a bachelor's degree from Pittsburgh State. Where they enter as an apprentice engineer, a new position for us, they're going to finish after 4 years as an E4 full engineer. That has a compensation of about $70,000 at our firm, with additional benefits on top of that, of course. Once they achieve that rate, they can move laterally. They can fill jobs in sales and estimating, project management if they're more communicative and want to be out in the field working with our customers. They can move up the ladder in engineering and ultimately become a master engineer and handle some of our most complex, challenging projects. Lastly, they can go into IT, code writing, and robotics, a need that we have big desperation for, and a field that we see rapidly growing at our company. Jobs in manufacturing will on average pay about 20% more than similar jobs in non-manufacturing. And if you look at the dynamics of making things in America, they're creating a lot of what we now call reshoring. Companies that want offshore production are now bringing it back. The fact of the matter is they're very technologically based, they are very rewarding, they're going to compensate well, and the pressure on the labor force that exists there is increasing because the demand from these other employers on a very small resource is increasing each year.